Not your average tabletop. Woohoo!
Welcome to Not Trevor's Tabletop. I'm Zach,
And I'm Pepper.
and today we're giving our first impressions, or we've played this several times. We could have almost done a review, but we'll say it's first impressions of Orapa Mine, which is a game you can see here. We played on Board Game Arena, so we have not played the physical version of this game. I'm not sure if that would change anything for us or not, possibly. Um, but yes, this game was one I think that was recently mentioned. I don't know if it was in top 100 games or just some top 10 lists that the Dice Tower was doing, and I think Mike DeLisio had brought it up first, and it sounded kind of interesting then. It's a bit of like a logic puzzle type style of game, and for some reason, the immediate thing I think of is Battleship. It's not like Battleship, but that's the first thing that I think of when he started describing the game. And then I think some of the other Dice Tower crew played it, and they all really liked it as well. And yeah, just from the sounds of it, I was like, it sounds like it could be pretty fun. But it's like I think it was. I was thinking of getting a copy, and I think it was like sold out on Amazon, or whatever. And then I feel like it was a couple weeks later I saw it on Board Game Arena here, and I was like, oh gosh, Pepper, we got to give this a try. We got to give it a try. And I think I was able to sell you on it pretty quickly.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I like Battleship. It's got some toy factor and some nostalgia. Although I don't know if we played it that much growing up, but it just has that built right into it. Um, and logic puzzles are some of them I do really like. So
yeah.
yeah, you hooked me on it. And we played it a few times. Just played it again a few minutes ago. That is this game that we are kind of watching a replay of to kind of show you how the game plays. Yeah, so in this one, you kind of have a few options to try to deduce where all of these shapes, except that X is just something you can place on the board to say there's nothing here in this spot to help yourself out. But all these other shapes are in this puzzle, and the main way you're gaining information is shooting a laser, I guess, in from one of these coordinates,
An
one of these
ultrasound
edges.
wave, Pepper.
An ultrasound wave, yes, this button. Send an ultrasound wave in one of those edges, and then it kind of, you can't see the shapes, but it bounces off the different angles and then exits out a different or possibly the same spot. As you can see here, you had sent a wave from 7, and it came back out 7 as the color white. And that is, what is this? So you have the log of the different things there, as well as the different colors and what it says that it hit to become a certain color. So for white, white, it just hit white, came back out. So then that would cause me to think, I don't know if it's going to move the pieces over in the replay here, but we'll see. But you will be able to place the pieces onto the board. I guess, can I? Okay, I can move it here, I guess. So this is not really showing what I did in the game.
But
Um,
it's showing kind of what the things were that were
yeah,
happening. So yeah, you can either do that or you can ask about a specific spot and it could give you a color or no color. I feel like
yeah,
that one we use much more rarely in our games. But yeah, so like Pepper had said there, the first one, it's a 7. It came back, and that makes you think it either somehow came off of both white shapes or it came off of just one. And since it
yeah,
went back the same way, it may likely be that it came off that flat edge, and only one of the
yeah,
two white shapes has a flat edge that would send it directly back to where it came. There
yeah,
are probably ways it could finagle off of two of them and go back to where it was, maybe. But the clearest thing here would be for me to think, okay, it probably bounced off that flat surface. We don't know which one of those, there's 4 spots that could have possibly bounced off
yeah,
there. Um, we don't know which one for sure, but you kind of can finagle, put it out there. And yeah, then we did 16, went into 16, came back out 16 yellow, so it only touched the yellow triangle. So that one likely, well, had to have hit a flat edge. So it either hit uh, that edge, or you can turn these shapes, so it could have hit the other edge as well. But then we got that F. Someone sent it through F, and it came out 16, kind of a lemon yellow, so or a lighter kind of yellow. So that means it hit both yellow and white. So you can see
Yeah.
there, it would have bounced off that diagonal of the yellow and bounced off the white, and then went out. So
Yeah.
you kind of go back and forth in a two-player game, asking questions. In this particular way, you are playing against kind of the computer had made up its own puzzle, so you're both trying to solve the same one, and whoever solves it first wins on this board game arena version of it. I think in real life, I think you can I think you can work cooperatively. I don't know exactly how it works in real life, and I don't know if it tracks these as well. The and I think that might be my only thing. Usually we do try before you buy is where we play through the session, and if you want to see that, we would be more than happy to do one of those, kind of a playthrough of it on Board Game Arena here.
Yeah.
But as you can see here, this is one thing I would probably say for sure is a big thumbs up. Is you can go back and look at the the log there, that question log, and maybe it might have, I have not played the physical copy. It might have something where you can write this stuff down, or you could probably take out a piece of paper and write this down just to remember it.
Yeah.
So there's ways around it, but it is a nice tracking thing on here, I would say.
Yeah.
So that might influence my rating a little bit. That it's that ease of play is probably a little bit better. But then there's some negatives to this one as well. These shapes come apart pretty easily, don't always set into place right now, but it is currently in beta. So
Yeah.
I don't know if those things will get fixed. Because it would be nice, I think, if it was just one single shape. I don't know why it's separate
Yeah,
pieces.
I don't know if in person, so now it's becoming kind of reviewing the implementation, but it does affect kind of the
In
feeling of the
this
game.
game, I think it affects it pretty
Yeah.
heavily
Yeah.
potentially.
As you can see, even there, when I was trying to kind of put them into place, since it kind of wasn't doing it for us there, but I struggled a little bit. You kind of hover it and it just juts into place, and I was like, that's not where I wanted to put it. So then you move it piece by piece. I don't know if if the pieces come apart in real life. Maybe you build your own shapes. I'm not sure. I haven't heard one way or another.
I think they're single pieces. I think they're full pieces, but yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah,
But I
but
believe they are full pieces.
yeah. But the game, the deduction aspect of it, I really like it. I think it's kind of just fascinating to try to imagine this ultrasound wave or this laser kind of going in and bouncing off all these different ways, um, and exiting. And as you can see here, we got, I think it was our first
We
one.
finally got this. I think it all the like I said, this maybe isn't really first impression because we've played this
Yeah.
at least a handful of times, if not a couple handfuls. Um, and we finally got a gray to show up.
Yep, which is every other color it bounces off of. And this one, you sent it in 11, it went over, hit the red, went right down to blue, over to yellow, up to white, and out D as gray. That was pretty awesome. When that happened, I'm like, gray, what's that? I've never seen that color before. Every single one. And it's just so cool. And there are some expansions you can throw in just a couple tiles. One kind of bounces off of it, but it doesn't change the color, and another one just absorbs it. And you just be like, it was absorbed. It didn't come back out of the puzzle. And it gives you no other information. Um, I think it's just a really cool concept. It's a really cool thing to do. It does give you that feel of Battleship a little bit. It's a lot more deduction and not so much just hope I hit something. It usually does give you some information to kind of map it out. So I really enjoy the puzzle of this one. I'll probably give it a solid 8, maybe 8.5 for me.
Yeah, it's a really good game. I really did enjoy this, and I am considering buying a copy. But it sounds like I think when they were reviewing you get like two boards to kind of solve kind of thing. So I think it could be best at two players where you're maybe trying to solve each other's puzzles. I don't know exactly what comes in the box, so take it out with a grain of salt. I don't know exactly how it would play that way, but I really liked this game quite a bit. If you do not like logic puzzles and these types of things, like figuring these things out, I don't know that this is going to change your mind that much because it definitely has those kind of vibes to it. I think there are people that just burning their brain in these ways just isn't an enjoyable experience, and that's totally fine. And I wouldn't say that this is going to change your mind on those types of things. But I really loved it. Is it really a game, or is it more of kind of I don't know. It's always tough. I think it's a game. I think it's a
Yeah,
game, but
yeah.
I'm giving this one. I think I'm giving it a 9, and it could maybe even continue to go up. This one, I think, if you guys subscribe to the channel, by the end of the year, you might see it in a top 10 list of the year.
Oh boy.
Maybe.
Boy, top 10. He's all about the hype.
I I really like this one. I
It
was
is.
hoping to like it, and it actually paid off. So I think it had actually more going against it because I was very excited to play it, and sometimes that has hurt games
Yeah.
for me where I'm kind of a little maybe too excited, and then play it. It's like could still be a good game, but it kind of almost subtracts
Mm,
a point because of that. That it's not like a perfect game. Um,
yeah.
this one's close.
Oh, yeah. I wish. Oh, if you could get an actual like a 3D board. So it's got like the base. You put the pieces in, and then you put another lid on top, and it's got the holes in the sides that you shine lasers in, and they somehow change
The
color
second you
and
said
shoot
that,
out.
I'm like, oh boy, Peppers, he's about to say shine a laser in there, isn't he?
And then you can get it in real time and see that
Oh,
laser
that would be
coming out
very
one of
cool.
those other holes. If that's in any way possible, I don't know if you can change the color of lasers. I don't know if you can even do that by shining off like a green mirror. I don't know if that does anything.
I would think there are ways to do it. I don't know that it would be cheap enough to be able to be
Oh,
made into a board game, but that would be very, very
that'd
cool
be
to be
cool.
able to
That would be
shine and be
cool.
like, wow. I think that would
That'd
be very cool.
be
But
pretty
then
awesome.
I think that would be a lot harder to track, like, coming out gray. I don't know if that's actually, if you could actually get the light to come out in very obvious colors. Maybe.
That's true.
I'm not sure.
That's
But that
true.
could, I know what you're, I know
Yeah.
what you're imagining,
Yeah.
and that seems really cool.
Oh,
But I don't know
someday
how
maybe.
likely that is.
Yeah, probably not. Maybe if we really, really, really continue to love it, we'll have to get someone to custom make one. But for right now, this will have to do.
No. But yeah, I obviously enjoyed it a ton. So if you guys want to see us actually live play, not really live, but actual playthrough of it as we're thinking through it, one of our perspectives at least, um, yeah, let us know in the comments below, and we would love to make that video. But otherwise, if you like this one, give us a thumbs up, subscribe for future content, and as always, don't forget to keep on nibbling on our content.